Oh, hey guys. Thanks for joining me on this Drew's Day Tuesday. Beautiful day here in Nashville. We got a great show for you. We got comedy and sports, and we also got top 5 Madden covers. Shout out to Caleb Williams, named 2027 Madden athlete. We also got a This Week in Comedy, presented by our good buddy, Comedian Discovery. So you don't want to miss that. You just might find your new favorite comedian. I don't know why I did the wink thing. That was weird. I'm sorry. I apologize. Is the Madden curse still a thing? Like, are these... Well, it was Saquon, and he did have a down year. So, yeah, I guess the curse still is legit. So be careful. Caleb Williams, Bears quarterback, named the Madden cover for 2027. And the Bears are all in a state of flux. They're moving to Indiana. Are they going to be the Indiana Bears? They'll probably still be Chicago Bears. And a lot of teams don't play in the city that they're named after. Like, I don't know if they've still even fixed the Los Angeles Vanaheim or wherever they're at nowadays or whatever they're called. So it is what it is. But I hope Caleb Williams doesn't get cursed. I mean, if he plays the Panthers, I hope he has a down game. But I got nothing against the kid. But stay tuned. We got the top 5 Madden covers coming up in top 5. Lucha Libre. It's pro wrestling going around to libraries, and it's promoting literacy in the United States. It's founded in 2024. Now, I know the personal pan pizza obviously was a big motivator for me reading books, but if they would have thrown pro wrestling into as a kid, I might still read books. A judge says Texas Tech quarterback Sorsby can play. Is that what we're doing now, college football? You just go to different judges until one judge finally says you can play? And it was a Texas Tech judge in Lubbock. Of course, he's probably a Texas Tech fan and wants what's best for his team. It wouldn't hurt as much because, this is the state of college sports. We get it. But this kid not only got banned for gambling on the sport he plays, on the team he plays on, but he has no eligibility left. This is like his 7th year or some nonsense. So college football, you got to get your act together, man. I personally am just going to wait till Sundays to watch NFL, Have my Saturdays to myself. A lost species of bird was found in Indonesia. That's nice. We're losing animals left and right. It's nice we got one back. The blue-fronted lorikeet, last photographed in 2014. Got some new shots of it this past April. They are available on apnews.com, so go check that out if you're a bird fan. I hope to see a little lorikeet one day. I don't know if they come to America or not. Go on a bird trip to Indonesia, I guess, is what I need to do. Maybe for my 60th. A Georgia Piggly Wiggly employee lost 4 fingers to the meat grinder. It was one of those where the pedal moves it, and he was cleaning it, and another employee stepped on the go pedal, and it just took him right on in. Why didn't you unplug it, my guy? Or grab the pedal to where it's not anywhere around anybody else. I'd have that pedal in sight when I'm cleaning this thing. You lunatic, man. And then not only do you probably have a disgruntled employee now, probably working short-staffed. We don't know if that other employee that caused it's a head case, if they can even come in anymore. But on top of that, OSHA hit them with a $200,000 fine for endangering their employees. Get it together, Piggly Wiggly. I worked at this sandwich place called Roly Poly growing up, and we had this meat slicer, and it was like a rite of passage where at some point, every single person that worked there lost at least a portion of their fingers to said meat slicer. The sequel to Romy and Michelle's high school reunion is finally filming in LA. It will be out on HULU when it's done. It is a follow-up to the 1997 cult smash hit. I don't even want to call it a classic. People love that stuff. I love it. Great movie. Got the 2 main actresses back, so I'm excited to see what the follow-up's all about. Local man here in Nashville was charged with arson at the CMA Fest. A 49-year-old Mitchell Stroud set at least 9 dumpster/trash fires across 12th heading to Broadway. And I get it. That's how a lot of us, people that live in Nashville, feel about CMA Fest. But you can't set things on fire, man. It's too warm out there, all right? Can't even say you're trying to warm up downtown because it's freaking hot out there, man. Nobody needs these fires right now, all right? But I get it. CMA Fest is a dumpster fire, literally. But, don't set it yourself. They've busted an illegal cockroach spree in Australia. This guy, I couldn't find his name, but he was caught with 100,000 cockroaches. Some of them, the Madagascar cockroaches, they're freaking huge. The 100,000 ones are worth $200,000. So, about, I think the real price when you got down to it was about $1.42, because I think they got 142,000. It's just supposed to be like a cost-effective reptile food in this day and age, under $2 a meal. I mean, I get it, but it's an invasive species. It can take over. And I don't know I'd rather have the little cockroaches than the massive cockroaches. But like I said, we got a great show for you. Up next, we got This Week in Comedy. This Week in Comedy presented by Josiah from Comedian Discovery. He's out there doing the Lord's work, finding your next favorite comedian, putting on great shows. Check him out on Instagram and the YouTubes. On the 1st of this month, Lucas Zelnick put out a crowd working special on YouTube. It's from the Netflix as a joke fest. He had a lively crowd in there too. It really showed the power of when a room can come together, understand the assignment, talk back to the comic but not disrupt the show, and really create something great. The crowd played their part, and Lucas knocked it out of the park. Really, you could tell he's an on-the-feet thinker. So check out Lucas Zelnick's crowd working special out on YouTube. And June 2nd, Jen Cobra put out one. It's with Comedy Dynamics, so it's on Prime and Apple. It's called Uber Famous. I thought it meant Uber Famous, but it really means like Uber, like the car service. I love when a comic gets to film their special in their hometown, and she's in her hometown of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Title joke is fantastic. Like I said, it's always fun when you get recognized as someone you were not. I had a guy chase me down on a ferry one time to tell me how much I looked like Zach Galifianakis. Elena Bamfield comes out on the 7th on YouTube. It is called Untouchable. Again, filmed where she's from in Michigan. It's on hers and Sam Tallent's YouTube, so if Sam Tallent gives that cosign, it's legit and worth a watch. Elena Bamfield, Untouchable on YouTube. And rounding us out this week is on the 9th, we got Madeline Murphy. She's also with Comedy Dynamics, so it's going to be on Prime and Apple. It's called Muddin'. I'm in. Love that title immediately. It's her debut special. Covers a lot of topics near and dear to her heart. So the special is just custom fit for her. So you love to see that. No generic jokes. Like, these jokes are tailor made for her. And check out Muddin' Murphy when you get the chance on Apple and Prime. And that's This Week in Comedy, sponsored by Comedian Discovery. Go check these wonderful comics out, and you never know, they might be your new favorite. Take an iconic voice of NFL action and put his name on the longest tenured, most influential football game of all time. And that's how you get Madden. Or prior to 2000, John Madden football. But now it's just Madden. You got the latest edition of Madden. Who's your team in Madden? You got Madden. It's been the go-to NFL game as long as I can remember. Shout out to Tecmo Super Bowl. I love Tecmo Super Bowl. I was a massive Tecmo Super Bowl fan. That was my game on Super Nintendo. And while it is an honor to be on the cover, it sometimes, most of the time, comes with a smidge of the curse. The Madden cover curse. But anyway, let's do top 5 Madden covers. Shout out to Caleb Williams for getting it this year. He is the cover of 2027 Madden. It always comes out the year before. So, Madden will come out this year, but it'll be 27. I don't know how it works. But this game truly helped me learn, cover 2 and, different defenses and name of routes and players and numbers and rosters. And it really helped with my football knowledge. Honorable mention before we get into the countdown, it is Saquon Barkley in 2026 that came out in 2025. Whatever. It was the one after his amazing year. It's the reverse hurdle where he jumped over a Jacksonville Jaguar. I love that cover, and if it was based on sheer athletic feats, this would be number 1 hands down. But every time I see this cover, it just reminds me of the record that could have been. He rested the last game of the season, and he could have broke the rushing record. I know it worked out for him. I know they rested him. I know they won the Super Bowl. What would you rather have, a player on your team that breaks a record or a Super Bowl? I get it. You take the Super Bowl every time. But I don't like the Eagles. I want to see a record being broken. Getting into the countdown, number 5, it is Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes in 2022. This is widely called the GOAT edition of Tom Brady passing the torch to Patrick Mahomes. It was the second cover for both athletes, and it was coming off the heels on their Super Bowl matchup where Brady did get the best of Patrick Mahomes. The curse would show up a little bit here as neither athletes would return back to the Super Bowl the next year after being on the cover. They both lost in the playoffs leading up to it. That would be the end for Brady, a historically fantastic career. But Patrick would bounce back. They would win back-to-back Super Bowls in 23 and 24. Number 4 in the countdown is 2012's iconic cover of Peyton Hillis, and never to be heard from again. Now, they actually had a fan vote, like a bracket-style tournament where he would beat the likes of Ray Rice, Aaron Rodgers, and Matt Ryan. So Peyton Hillis winning it off the coattails of just one good season, But hey, how many of us can say we had one good season, let alone made it to the NFL? So I love this cover because it reminds you of just the everyday Joe that can shock the world and be the Madden cover athlete. His 2010 season was baller. He did rush for over 1,100 yards, have almost 500 yards receiving, and 13 total touchdowns. But after that, he would score 6 total touchdowns for the rest of his career. But hats off to Peyton Hillis, man. You got to the top being a Madden cover. Number 3, it is Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald in 2010. This was the first time someone shared the cover. We did Patrick Mahomes and Brady earlier in the countdown, but this was the first time we had 2 cover athletes. And we got to see them in that epic Super Bowl showdown in 2009, so they graced the cover the next year, and it was amazing. 2 legends that deserved all of the praise and flowers, just 2 great careers, and that was one of the more fun Super Bowls to watch, for sure. Oddly enough, Troy got hit with the curse. He missed most of the next season, but Fitzgerald had a killer 2010 season. Over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. So I'm sure Larry was hyped that old Polamalu took the hit on this one. At number 2, it is Michael Vick in 2004. I know Mike Vick is a polarizing person. I understand both sides. He's a monster for what he did. And he served his time to society. So it's kind of tough gray area there. I get it. But as a Madden cover athlete, this dude was a cheat code. This was the first Madden I bought. And I am a diehard Panthers fan, so I never played with Michael Vick. And it was tough to play in Dynasty mode twice a year. I will give you that. It is hard to contain. But he was the most just fast, hard-to-tackle player in a video game since Bo Jackson in Tecmo Super Bowl. So I really hated those Vic Atlanta years. And the number 1 Madden cover of all time. It's 2 years. It's 2000 and 2023 when the man himself, John Madden, graced the cover. Obviously, the first one in 2000 was to reestablish the brand, to let them know who the guy is. And then 2023 was in remembrance. So we lost an icon. He gave us all those great hours of just him talking football. Well, you see, when the quarterback hands the ball off to the running back, it's a run play. And then he stamped his name on just one of the best games of all time. Madden, it will forever be iconic, whether you're talking about the man, the commentator, the coach, the game, all of the above. So appreciate you, John Madden. Thank you for putting your name on just a universally loved game. And that's my top 5 Madden covers of all time. Please let me know in the comments below which year really sticks out for you. It's time for sports. The Falcons are giving wide receiver Drake London a 4-year extension. It's $141 million, worth up to $150 with incentives, and he gets $100 million guaranteed no matter what. If he walked away tomorrow, $100 million, done deal. Steelers giving their linebacker Herbig a 4-year, $100 million extension. And the Packers are also giving wide receiver Christian Watson a 4-year, $110.5 million extension. Again, just let me get the half. That's all I need. Liverpool getting their new manager after getting rid of Arnie Slot. They're signing Andoni Iraola, to take over the helm with Liverpool, so that'll be interesting to see. He did great things at Bournemouth, so I don't expect him to falter too much at Liverpool. Just don't like it when Liverpool's good, so we'll see. Texas wins back-to-back Women's College World Series championships, and poor Texas Tech is the runner-up for the second straight year. I was really pulling for Texas Tech there, you know. I mean, yeah, Brittany and Patrick Mahomes were in the stands, so that took a little bit away. And yes, I'm not a big fan of their choice of quarterbacks in general, but the 1-2 punch from the pitchers I was pulling for. The Men's College World Series is set. We got Troy, West Virginia, Ole Miss, my beloved Tar Heels, Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas, and Georgia. That's the 8 fighting for the title on the men's side. And then in baseball, Aaron Judge dealing with a rib stress fracture. He actually did it on a dive in April, and he's been trying to fight through it, but he finally had to go on the IL. Out indefinitely, don't know when he'll be back. And Brewers, just young stud Mizrowski hit 103.7 miles per hour on the radar gun. When he retires, they're just going to take his arm off and just donate that to the Hall of Fame. Like, he's not going to need it anymore. It's going to be useless. It's not going to be worth anything, but we'll like seeing it in the Hall. Nick's historic run comes to an end. I was loving the Danhausen of it all. You know, he uncursed them. They went on this epic run. And then somebody showed up last night and ended that streak. The Kings are hiring Peter Laviolette as their new head coach. So that'll be fun. I didn't know my man still coached. He was the Hurricanes coach when they went on the Cup run in 2006. And I'm hoping they can do it again. They're down 1-2 to the Golden Knights, but every game has been an absolute banger. Overtime, comebacks, you name it. This Stanley Cup has had it. So I can't wait for Game 4. Hoping the Hurricanes can tie it up 2-2. And that's it for us this week, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. And remember, we're all weird. It's way more fun when we're weird together. We'll see you next time.